They say at WhatCulture, everyone's got a gimmick, an eel, a drink, a podcast that can be controlled. But the great ones, they use it to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. The rest just haven't figured it out yet.
See, guys, anything's possible in the pyramid.
So, Uno!
Wait, are we not playing poker?
Well, this didn't work. Do you go back to Vegas?
Yeah?
Okay.
Welcome back to fabulous WhatCulture Mania Las Vegas. 4 nights, free entry. You'll be getting WrestleMania ups and downs live in the Luxor Hotel and Casino, and start spreading the news because we're bringing Raw and SmackDown watch parties to New York, New York. Plus, there will be even more huge announcements coming soon, so sign up and be the first to know.
Yes, anything really is possible in the pyramid.
Hello and welcome to the NXT review. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We're not only review the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Oh! Someone that wrong. Oh, Brandon SmackDown. AEW Dynamite pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with the Bunny Quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett Sidgwick to review last night's NXT, and we are well on our way to stand and deliver, with the Emmy-nominated WWE.
Let's get to that, shall we? About time. The Fed gets its Emmy noms. Just like 41 years in the making or something. Anyway, this was not an example of how it's earned its Emmy nominations, I don't think. I
agree.
I had a great time with this NXT, and I've been looking forward to reviewing it all day. But it's funny that you introed with that. We are on the road to stand and deliver, because the road kind of stinks.
Yeah.
I am.
What show are you watching?
Well, not one that feels like it's got an exciting destination. The WrestleMania weekending of Stand and Deliver, I think, has had a dire effect on this whole thing. None of them feel anywhere near as consequential all of a sudden. Like the women's title scene has got the promise of a pretty great match potentially, and it's been well set up with the best possible challenger and all that. There's a couple of feuds that are going to have the big climax on that show, the whole deal. They have sacrificed the prestige of these Saturday shows over the last couple of years because of the counter programming initiative and all that sort of stuff. And the taking away of Stand and Deliver from WrestleMania weekend it's done something to me, I think, in terms of how serious I'm supposed to take these big programs. I am so excited for your guy, kind of our guy, but especially your guy, to potentially win the big one. Seems like, they're paving the way, but a real downer on things. I think that Stand and Deliver is not going to be in Vegas and not going to be part of WrestleMania weekend. It's chipped away at the aura, I think, of all of this.
Who's given WWE an Emmy? I don't know the awarding body, obviously, but what
Emmy guys?
Unreal.
WWE Unreal on Netflix has been nominated for 3 Sports Emmy Awards: Outstanding Sports Documentary Series Serialized, Outstanding Sports Editing, Outstanding Sports Graphic Design.
Outstanding sports graphic designer.
Outstanding.
All the biggest ones. Outstanding. Not even just good. Not good, Emmy.
Is there a WWE storyline beginning to end that you would put up there in the tier of prestige drama? There absolutely isn't.
Shawn Undertaker. Pick any bit of it. From the finish of the Bret Undertaker match at SummerSlam through to the conclusion at Hell in a Cell. That feeds into Kane, that feeds out of Austin and Bret. There you go. Outstanding, I'd call it. Me and the Emmys. That's the one.
I always find it funny when this stuff comes up. I think LeBar was the latest to say, God. It was the Usos Punk segment the other week where, God, it's Emmy caliber stuff. It's like, you just watch WWE, don't you? And if it's a Thursday and there's no WWE on, I'll just watch Vengeance 2004. That's what I'll do with my night. Can you imagine being such a loser to do things like? Okay.
I found some deep 2001 Fed law yesterday that stopped me in my tracks so much I had to show Sidge.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he'd be more impressed with it, but it was still pretty good. Still pretty good. So I was watching a compilation of every X Factor promo ever.
I'm not being funny.
You remember the stable?
Was this? Were you researching an entry?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just watching, like,
Well, two of the promos
the
were
head
for the,
shrinkers from '94, and it's just like, you're not writing a list on that.
two of the promos were for the entry I was writing for a list.
At least when I'm doing Roberto Baggio's magical free kicks, it's because I need to feel some kind of way, feel good about myself, and go, yep, I'm going to crack that sentence now that I've been struggling with.
Well, I'd seen the two promos I needed from X Factor, but they were part of a compilation that had 4 more on. I was like, let's see the other 4 X Factor promos. Let's
2
see.
for work, 4 for me.
You now know the complete history of X Factor, and just incredible foreshadows the entire ECW turn of the invasion.
Oh my God.
The night before it happens, proving conclusively, IMO, that it wasn't just a day of the decision, oh Christ, we need to save this, it's already going off the rails.
I had to fly people in and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the day of.
But on Heat the night before, like live in WWF New York, he's asked about, you haven't sort of worked for WWF this entire time. How do you feel about these WC Derby guys coming in? He's like, well, I've been in and out of this company and I've had experiences where, and then X-Pac just cuts across him. He's like, yeah, anyway, Justin, shut up. I'm going to challenge Billy Kidman at this Invasion show.
Justin's like...
And like him and Taz have a bit of a knowing look, as if they know what's coming 24 hours later. And you're like, the seriousness. There's always something new. Reach down the old Fed sofa, you're always going to find another 50 pence, aren't you? Like, that's what I like about it.
And I mentioned to you as well something on this show that I think could be a teaser of something, earth-shattering, let's be perfectly honest.
What?
I've forgotten.
Well, stick around. Retention. So this was...
I should have said that just incredible bit. Oh, I'll never get this. I'll never get this.
if you want some more lore from Just Incredible, stick around. I am seated. So we go on the air. It is a very busy night for the NXT GM, whose name actually is he's so busy.
It's Robert Stone.
I can't remember what his name is. Thanks.
While I'm at it, the SmackDown one's Nick Aldis.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Nick Aldis
Who's
is
that?
the SmackDown general manager.
It's right in there.
Michael Hamflett's a... idiot with taste.
No, you're
And
not.
I mean,
You're a good guy.
Off, man.
folks, where's the lie?
Good night
turn it
for
around.
Shiloh Hill again.
Yeah.
On form. He's just a happy-go-lucky scamp.
I've remembered the bit.
He wants to be the first entrant in the Gauntlet.
Mhm.
He's just happy to be there. But there's Tatum Paxley. She's in a mood. Obviously, as you would be if you got dragged to hell last week, but she got better. But she had to, in exchange for leaving hell / the bit underneath the ramp on last week's show,
Yep.
she had to leave her title behind.
Mm-hmm.
The GM says, I'll admit what happened to you last week wasn't right. But I can't find Blake Monroe anywhere. She's like, bloody hell, she got my North American title. And Charlotte says, I think I can help you with that. And they leave. Josh Briggs, he just wants a quick word. That's all. Hey, man, look, I've known you for a long time. And but before he can even finish his point, a referee runs up to Bobby and tells him, bloody chaos back there. He's going to sort it out. Excellent. Just, I love action. Stuff going on.
Yep.
There's always stuff going on. Is Shiloh Hill going to blow Tatum Paxley's back out?
Nah. It's just a friendly neighborhood.
Teased the same thing with Hamflett when we were talking about it this morning. Yeah. I said, is that a romance angle?
I mean, I'm into it if it is, but I think he's just your friendly neighborhood babyface psychopath. Like, he'll smash everybody's cars up, he'll dox people. Like, but it's good-hearted.
But he's...
Can we talk about the next bit with them, even though it's miles away?
Yeah.
Ahead of the Gauntlet. So he's chatting with Tatum Paxley, like you mentioned.
it's not for the first time neither. They kind of like find themselves in situations where they can talk to each other and stuff.
Because that was because he obviously took the wheels off every car in the NXT parking lot for her previously.
Yeah.
And if a man won't do that for you, he's not worth it. If he's never taken the wheels off every single car in a car park,
I wouldn't know how to do that.
There has been nowhere near enough romance in wrestling for a while. IMO. I think it's a great device used well. So I would welcome this.
I wouldn't be. I'm not a very good. I mean, I know how to jack it, but in terms of like being a mechanic, I can't do much else. He's put a picture of. He's got some sort of tracking software. I think it's the picture she posted on some like rooftop on social media, perhaps with the beard. He's
been on the dark web.
Yeah, he's hacked it and he knows exactly where she is.
Yep.
Gives it to Tatum Paxley and then goes, "Oh, time for me to go and fight in the Gauntlet." Ha! And she goes, "Ah!" as well.
I like it.
Well, I reckon there's potential for a bit of a backdoor smash.
Is that the new pape that's coming?
Yeah.
NXT backdoor smash.
What's your bit for that?
Well, let's workshop it.
Okay. Boom! NXT backdoor smash.
In one.
A very literal. I was expecting something more sexual.
Yeah, no. It's not. It's the.
Do you think it's platonic or there's a...
I hope there's something in it.
You just love it, don't you? Love. You love love.
I'm just thinking when we get to this later on, Josh Briggs, special guest referee, if only there was some sort of like special guest timekeeper and maybe a good friend of his could do that and they could reunite. And then after that, you probably go for a drink at the bar, don't you? After it's separate, good job, well done.
Was the last wrestling wedding we covered on this podcast?
Lana.
Dexter Lumis?
Dexter Lumis and Indy Hart.
Aye.
That's like 2021 going into 2022, like early 2.0 days. It's time for another wrestling wedding. That's too long. That's 4-5 years, man. Of both mainstream shows. There's not been another one. I can't think of a Durbar wedding.
They've done one. Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford.
Orange Cassidy and the Kitty.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would AEW shouldn't do stuff like that?
I'm annoyed that they didn't have like a just again. This circles back to your two's point about like them not spending the money anymore on the other stuff. Years ago, 100% we're getting a Hank and Tank stag do ahead of Hank's shoot wedding in real life.
Triple H, the cheeky bastard. I know he's just not a wedding bucket guy. But like, of all the guys, think, you know what, a wedding can really get somebody over. Like, really get somebody over the line. You'd think you'd be like, well, why not use it as a device that works? Like, they're fun. They draw.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the anticipation of like, what's the bit of bollocks going to be at the end? Need a wrestling wedding. These two. I'm into this. Charlotte Hill and Tatum Paxley. Let's do that.
Would be break the bank for this as well.
Yeah.
Or what's left of the bank. Typing in WWE wedding. Just see if you can play a quick game of see if you can guess the WWE's wildest weddings WWE playlist from 6 years ago. How many views?
Weddings are a drought. I'm going to go 44 million.
Oh. I was going much lower than that. So I was thinking like 25 million.
8.8 million.
Not in the arm wrestling league.
No. Superstar Weddings Gone Wrong, 12 million. R-Truth crashes Drake Maverick's wedding to become 24/7 champion, 5.3 million.
That was his shoot wedding, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Mark.
And then we got our first match of the night. It was the Ren QCC, that being, of course, new speed champion Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray, taking on two members of Fatal Influence, the members being former speed champion Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed, joined at ringside by NXT Women's Champion JC Jane. Early on, we cut to the back where Eli Knight and Elio Lafleur have been attacked. No great surprise when we talked about that report about Elio potentially breaking his arm on the Largo Loop or whatever it's called nowadays. Ren QCC in control early, but Henley manages a kick to the head, blind tags to Lainey Reed, running blockbuster, takes to a break. When we come back, heels are still in control, sliding German suplex on Ren Sinclair, but she drop kicks away Lainey Reed and brings in the wonderful Kendall Gray as Henley comes in on the other side. Grenley?
Who's Grenley?
That's their tag team name if they ever formed.
She knows every style. Grenley.
Grainley.
There's a
power
Grainley
advantage.
bit later. In my notes, I saw it. I can't remember why, but it's somewhere. Gray hit a super kick.
I know who Gray is. Ren is. I just don't know who Granley.
Is it a butler or something? Granley.
Butler Granley.
Oh my God.
Kendall Gray's spinning back elbow. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I think I like that more than Andrade's.
It's not going nuts, but it was pretty damn great.
Cross arm breaker on. I've completely lost it now. Who's the name? Henley. That's it. And Sinclair gets. Oh no, actually, I think it was actually on Laney Reid after all that, because Sinclair had Henley in the final wrench. They get the submission victory. Post match, Gray grabs a mic and calls a shot against JC Jane, but Lola Vice appears. Says, "Oh, I'm going to be the next NXT Women's Champion." GM shows up and says, "All right, next week in the theatre in the Garden, Kendall Gray versus Lola Vice. Winner goes on to face JC Jane at Stand and Deliver."
This is the best bell to bell you're getting by a country mile on this show by a wide distance.
A wide margin.
To the point where Lola Vice coming out, and this is no shade on Lola Vice, but she's not. I like Lola Vice, but I don't think she's got it compared to what we were watching here. And it almost like the tier looked a bit too wide for a second. You know, like this time last year, you would have had like Stephanie Vaquer winning the belt / getting ready to win the belt and leave, pretty much. Like, that feels like where we're at. This was a decent match. This was like, this wouldn't have been out of place on a Dynamite. Like, the work was solid to very good. It got over, and people were cheering the wrestling more than anything else. Kendall Gray looks obviously well set, but Ren Sinclair is, like, I think we've kind of like tried to acknowledge her improvement. She's always had a decent submission game. That's why they put her in the Rank ECC, and like just levels and levels above anything else work-wise on this show. And then Lola Vice comes out and she's fine and is still like improving constantly, but a level below. And you almost feel like, right, you've put that in place just to delay the inevitable of the match everybody wants anyway. And that feels unfair on Lola Vice because Kendall Gray,
she's been Seth Rollins
a little bit. Like, Kendall Gray is the one that people want in the spot, is ready for it, it would appear. Like, the delay seems a little bit unnecessary. I get why they're doing it. Lola Vice has got to seem this close, and then when somebody's left and out of the way, then she's immediately back in the spot again. But I felt a bit sorry for her because the match was really good stuff.
Various points. That was.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Genuinely, some of this was great.
Yeah.
Some of this was goddamn great. Kendall Gray continues to be absolutely sensational every single time she gets in the ring. She is, there's certain moves that you probably shouldn't touch, right? Because they're either like iconic or it takes such a particular skill to execute that yours is just going to look bad. Andrade's elbow isn't iconic, but it's very much distinctively him, and it looks like death every single time. One of the best moves in all of pro wrestling. She is a worthy sort of wrestler to take it on herself. It's all a bit of game of thievery, isn't it, pro wrestling? It looked wicked. That arm bar where she wraps herself around people and slams them down and wrenches in this beautiful, smooth motion all at once. Absolutely great. I'll tell you what as well, this felt like these four women know that they're the best in the promotion, irrespective of gender, and they were hyping themselves out at the curtain, going, let's go out there and just show everyone, embarrass everybody else, actually.
Really like Laney Reid.
Me too. Yeah.
There was so much intent behind everything. Like, it's felt like, you go and see an absolutely unbelievable turn, like a great live band, and it's just so tight. You're like, it feels like these have been doing this like for a long, long time. Like, feels like they've been doing this specific match. It was just so tight. That is the word. Tight. And I'll tell you
like
what,
they've done the reps, doesn't it? And we know they don't really, but like
it was just tight. I was watching this. It's so tight, so well done. And like, I know Laney Reid is like young, so she gets the plaudits. Kendall Gray, prodigy, she gets the plaudits. And Ren, people like her, so I thought Fallon Henley and the strikes and like the attitude with which she carried herself and that motivation, I thought she was on point as well. This was pretty class. I really had a good time with this match.
Fallon Henley, I think, is it's a long time to be in developmental, a long time, 4 or 5 years. And that is a strike against somebody ultimately. But she's one of them wrestlers where Jim Ross would say it all the time, but like I'm sure it's said a lot about lots of wrestlers. But you know, when you're watching somebody and
Great upside.
great upside, you wish they could put it all together all the time.
Yeah.
She'll have lots of nights where there's that one thing that she does really, really well. I don't mean that this sound condescending, but like the rest doesn't necessarily land as much. Whether it's a character choice, whether it's a particular strike or whatever, like she's sometimes got this really slick like submission game where it doesn't look like she's faking it. It's not that she's learnt one hold and said, I'm going to do this on TV this week. This was one of those weeks where, and she has these weeks every now and then where she puts it all together and you think it's probably, like, you've got to go with her. JC Jane the same, actually. Like, you
It's the reason why I hope JC doesn't go straight up to the main roster. Just to work with Fallon and put her over before she leaves. That's what I do. I know you could bring them all up as a group, obviously, as well.
Lainey Reid has raced up as well in, like, so I don't know if it's a little bit of perception is reality by sort of joining Fatal Influence, and they're at like a higher stand in this division. So
and they've been doing this match on TV a bit. I never get bored of it.
No. Like, good stuff, this.
That Kendall Gray's different gravy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She'd like, that'd be a proper, I think, shock to the system on like the Raw and SmackDown undercards right now. I'm not picking on her, but someone like, you know, like Tiffany Stratton isn't up to a great deal, but like, you know, like clearly holds her work to a standard, but right now isn't being booked in any kind of position of, you know, like great shake. She's not going to be in it. She might be in a US title match at WrestleMania, but that's about that. Kendall Gray just walks in and takes that spot. That's not a dig at Tiffany Stratton, but you know what I mean? She's just like, well, that could be she could win like a secondary title on day one and immediately just get over with it and have a, you know, an IC title run or whatever, like straight away.
Said this before, and I'm saying it again. I don't get like, oh, my favorite wrestler's not getting booked properly, because it's just a surplus of American TV wrestling right now, and it's been the case for a long and numbing amount of time. And you know, you get older and you just think, oh, people get over in the end more often than not. You get wise. If that big nose idiot makes her slow it down, Kendall Gray, on that main roster, I'll be livid. Livid. Because, like, I think it was Meltzer was saying, if he's Tony Khan, he's given her, like, 10 times what she's on now to try and sway her over, because she's got that AEW level in-ring ability. She really has. But, like, you must think that when she's come from an athletic background, joined WWE, and she's been there from, like, a pretty young age and getting pushed, she's been indoctrinated. So it's kind of like, I think she's going to be like a regular old Hamflett, just like WWE or death, you know?
Real talk. Yes, her work might be of an AEW caliber, but career trajectory-wise, you could make a strong case for either.
No, I'm saying she should go to WWE.
Yeah,
she
like
should stay there.
Because that work will be rewarded for 6 weeks in a title run.
To be honest,
like
she's got a chance of wrestling every week if she's on WWE.
Yeah.
Is there a single AEW wrestler in the women's division who's on every single week? No, because there's only one match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
As you all are aware at this point. I'm saying, if I'm a women's wrestler, I'm 23, I'm making my name on the indies, and both want us, I'm going to WWE 99 times out of 100.
Because the AEW door isn't even shut, is it? You can have that going if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think either door shut necessarily. But if I want to improve as a wrestler, and I know the Performance Center is actively rubbish sometimes at developing talent and the quirks to learn and yada, 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 you're joining the Fed if you're a women's wrestler. It's embarrassing if you're Tony Khan, because there's going to be more Kendall Grays. There's already Lainey Reid. You know, like the stand, it's sort of like, it really is getting...
Is next in line starting to feel like a credible route through as opposed to the... Yeah, like...
For the women, certainly.
Yeah.
For the women, certainly.
As opposed to like the original PC, scoop them up off the indies, smooth the edges. They're athletes that can be coached. They're like coachable.
Like, she is an athlete. It's
like
the pace that she fizzes around that ring and the snap she puts on everything. She's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Get more of them, and like, Tony Khan's going to get left behind. Dick's going to be in the dirt with women's wrestling, if it isn't already.
Then we got this face-off between Zaruka. This took a long old time. This did. I told the boys before we came.
It's actually disastrous.
I went to write down the promo, and
he means doing his job.
I gave up. But we are gonna do a bit of it. Myself and Michael Sidgwick in the role of Zaria a little bit later.
That's how she... She basically screamed once and then got told to tone it down, but I never forget.
So Soul's out there initially. She says, you know, dude, I've been going back and forth trying to figure out what I was going to say while I was out here. And honestly, part of me didn't even want to say anything at all. And then she said everything, basically. A lot of talking.
It was like War and Peace.
She'd seen everything. She'd seen everything that Zaria had to say on social media. She thought that her and Zaria were stronger than this.
Tom Bombadil's got nothing on that. You ever try to read Lord of the Rings and not make it past Tom Bombadil? Because I sure did.
I find all that stuff really boring.
What are your thoughts on Lord of the Rings, Wilbourn?
It absolutely sucks. Like, not the book. Obviously, I've never touched that. But even the film's too long. Jeez, too long. Yeah, I get it. You're running through New Zealand countryside. Again. Wonderful. Also, just chuck in a bin. It's a ring, for Christ's sake. And faffing about that.
I mean, I'm proudly with him genre-wise, I have to.
It's not my thing. I had some nice trips to the cinema as a family when the first came out, but would I ever rewatch Lord of the Rings in a million years? No. And I did get the books because, like, it's just known as, like, one of the best series of all time. I never really gravitated towards fantasy as a thing. But, you know, I got them in that, and Tom Bombadil was bopping a boot, and I was like, nah.
Check out this guy over here. He's a pet detective. So watched a bit of Me, Myself, and Irene last night, Nicholas.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I just liked dark comedy books, horror. My jams. Not fantasy, I'm not.
I honestly
satirical novels, black comedy, horror. That was my literature, really.
Horror literature, yeah. I couldn't be. I was never into novels ever. I went through like a big autobiography stage, and then kind of gave up on books. I didn't mean to, just sort of happened.
Was that because you ran out of wrestlers?
Yeah. Honestly, it's
well, read both of yours. Thank you for keeping a book in my hand twice in the last decade.
Thank you so much. I will say, I forgot what I was going to say, so I won't say it.
Watched a great documentary on Adam Nicholas's recommendation, actually, on The New Yorker on Netflix. Bought some copies of The New Yorker off eBay to read because they are dense. They're not like, and as a non-book reader now, a dense magazine is the best I'm going to get. So it's like a couple of pages out of an evening instead of the phone.
I could record it as an audiobook if you want. You can just listen to it that way. Hey, I'm reading here.
When you've got like 2 kids, full-time job, tasks out the ass, constantly tasks. When it gets to that, right, are both kids asleep? Yep. Like, the text gets ever more small in a book. That sounds stupid and horrible, but that's my life.
Okay.
I loved reading as well. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Another love date.
Ruka talked about how she stood beside her as a friend despite every snarky comment. Zaria didn't want a team. She just wanted a moment. And when she got that moment, she decided to take her out instead.
I'm going to get a line at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet.
Just so that.
She genuinely believed that her and Zaria were better together, which is why she took every opportunity given to them. Maybe that's where she went wrong, though. Every good moment she shared, every moment that came their way, she included her SmackDown, Evolution, women's tag team title opportunities, John Cena retirement show. Maybe that's where she went wrong. She wanted to shine just as much as she wanted her to shine just as much as she was.
She got shining, guys. Boo! Arrogant bitch! Shut up!
She got in the
basically what the audience was saying.
This was coming.
She got her in the Battle Royal. She vouched for her to get a Knockouts title shot in TNA. She even obviously let her defend the North American title while Soul was injured. But while she was fighting for them, Zaria was just waiting for the chance to make it all about her. That's fine. That's cool.
Jesus Christ. I was born in 1989. Shut up, man.
And that was my infinite jest. The end.
She knows who she is. So if you want to prove it, then face me at Stand and Deliver. Out comes Zaria.
Jizz.
Good.
Is that anything?
All the pages stuck together.
Yeah.
Out comes Zaria, who accused Ruka of stealing the spotlight. She saw her as nothing more than a partner in her shadow. Hitting the spear in the F5 was a liberating feeling, said Zaria. It was fitting that they wanted to fight at Stand and Deliver. Where it started is also where it will end. She yells that Ruka chose the North American title over her last year at Stand and Deliver, which is why she hated her greatly. Zaria said that she hated seeing Ruka succeed because she'd had to stand behind her as a result. As long as Ruka stood, she wasn't going to be herself.
Sol Ruka's still talking.
No, this is
Oh,
Zaria.
I was going to say, Jesus. She probably still is. Down in Florida.
If breaking you is what it takes to become the thing that you'd never let me be, then I'll do it in St. Louis, she says. And Sol says, come on, dude. You think I'm the villain in your story, bro? Is that right? How am I the villain? I mean, you're the one that always had my back, dude. But you'd always use that against me. You treat this as some sort of transactional relationship, bro. Gaslight me, manipulate me, give me the silent treatment, and just give you opportunities. I earned opportunities. When I didn't give them to you, when I didn't give in, you throw it all away, dude. Because you're too insecure to stand beside me. So it's Stand and Deliver, and she's interrupted by Zaria.
Oi, oi, oi.
Zaria.
You do that in Californian?
Stand and Deliver, oi, oi, oi. But Zaria cuts across her and says, I'll give you the whole line, okay? No, you've got this all wrong. You're not the villain in my story, you're the mistake.
Wreck off. Wreck off. I can't do it. Try to do an Australian accent and a modulated Ole Anderson voice, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
Right.
Throw another shrimp on a barbie.
Yeah, you're better than me. Wreck off. Say the actual line. No.
You got this all wrong.
You have this all wrong.
You're not the villain in my story, you're the mistake.
You're not the villain in my story. You're the mistake.
There we have it.
Good. There we have it.
Oh, they should have known this was coming. We've had a good laugh at the out of nowhere Zaria becomes the most evil heel of all time to try and convince people that Sol Ruka was the babyface all along, but the fans finally got their pound of flesh here, didn't they? Like Sol Ruka doing the entire storyline babyface explainer to a chorus of boos. I mean, I know it's only one crowd, right, and a small one at that, but we've said it.
One carefully handpicked small crowd.
Yeah, all the years we've reviewed NXT, everyone gets over in NXT because they'll just do what they're told.
Yeah.
You know, they will just cheer.
They're extras.
Yeah, they'll cheer and boo as necessary, but no, they'd made this very clear how this was going to go, and Sean went and booked it anyway. Like Sol Ruka hung out to dry here.
Why do you think they hate her?
Sol Ruka? Because 3/4 of the storyline, she's kind of been a condescending prick heel.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I just can't see why. Like
Zaria's been like, I haven't told it in a particularly good way, but like, my God, the amount of times Zaria was like, well, it's for me. When it was like title opportunities, I'm like, no, it isn't. Why don't you work hard?
They just did a poor job of telling the story. Like throughout, really, you could see how it was all supposed to turn out, but there were too many weeks where, oh, it's kind of on you, that's all.
Yeah.
Like too many weeks where that was the outcome of
works.
that was the desire or not, and St. Louis will copy. I think they get like to feel like they're in not St. St. Louis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
I think it'll be all right on the night.
you reckon?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because we've seen with NXT, like there is still that viewership gap of people that come from NXT to the main roster and no one knows who they are. So WWE, like Raw, SmackDown,
Well, everyone would have seen her, enough to be like, oh, it's that one from
they'll get their babyface Sol Ruka. So
Soul Snatcher from the Rumble.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter how it turns out. Like this bit of the story, they just
When is it a week on Saturday?
Yeah,
am I in
Easter weekend?
It is the Saturday, April 12th.
All right, I'm in.
So we've got Easter Monday, and then
we're back.
You
on
two are back
Tuesday.
in on the Tuesday.
All right, because I'm only in for one day.
Yeah, but I'm not here, unfortunately, so you're going to have to review.
Me and you'll crack Santa Leroy.
without
It's
me.
all right. We can do it with Row. Now we've got Row, and then instead of an NXT preview, we'll give people what they want and the standard of a full review. And then you're not in Wednesday.
We'll do
Nah,
a
I'm off the
second
rest of
stand
it.
and deliver
Only
review
in
on
one day
Wednesday.
that week. Only one day that week. I'm going down to London town.
That Wednesday we could do an NXT review and another stand and deliver review on the that
Going
day
to
as
see
well.
the West End stage show of My Neighbor Totoro. I cannot wait. One of my favorite movies, and apparently it is like this magnificent spectacle.
What's he do? What's he like living next door to? Is he like noisy or keep it down, Totoro? What's it like?
Or Australian stuff in it, my neighbours.
My neighbour's Totoro.
Totoro.
Magical forest being who?
What? Living next door to you?
Yeah.
Is he renting or has he bought it? I suppose I'm not going to spoil it. Go and find out.
Jeez, I wondered how far you're going to keep going with that one.
You'll never stop. That's the thing.
Sorry, Totoro, you got my post.
Yeah, you got it. Dickhead.
You want to feed the cats, Totoro?
Probably would. He's very helpful and benevolent.
Good neighbour.
Just making some young children feel welcome in their new home.
I like
under like pretty bleak circumstances for them.
I like
I've no idea
Totoro,
what
but
it
he's a bit in the street WhatsApp. That's the thing with Totoro.
You could show Eric
Oh, what? The
My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, is it? Okay.
What's his attention span like?
Not great, to be honest.
Well,
Well, unless it's Gladiators, in which case, locked in.
Well,
Is it a bit like Gladiators?
Yeah, Totoro's class at Powerball.
No,
It's not Salt and
it's
Joe.
nothing like Gladiators, but it's like a really. I'm trying to be f***ing serious, right? Maybe you've got like standards about what kind of like tones and themes that you want to like. Like maybe it doesn't like peril. Some kids don't like peril.
Yes.
Okay. Next to Zero Peril, it's just a wonderful, gentle tale.
I love that when it says like mild peril, which is
Yeah.
good. It's useful, obviously, as a
Yeah,
parent.
yeah. So if you want to watch something that's not going to terrify your child and it's got minimal peril, like pretty much one scene of peril, there's a recommendation for you.
I'd love it if there was an
Any-
option to just skip the peril. Because like the certainty of the peril being solved, I sometimes that was why I wasn't into like Disney films as a kid or adventure ones.
We have been through. Disney always comes up in these NXT
Get
reviews.
through the peril. And like I
Even
know
when we're
that things
thinking
will
of
go right.
complete like children's TV and what have you, NXT, when we're reviewing this children's TV show, naturally brings to mind Disney.
Well, you're going to see that kids show on the stage.
That's a
aren't you?
wonderful family film.
Have you seen the?
Better than NXT.
Have you seen the?
I haven't even seen it.
No, I've not seen that. That's true.
The live action Moana trailer with Dwayne with his wig
No,
on.
this got spoken about yesterday and I forgot to check up on it. I've got to laugh at the Rock.
It's not on your head. What's going on up there?
Get him a picture. Where do you want?
There's a tweet where and I
Moana was
kind
so
of
great as well. Moana was-
there's
It feels like it only came about 3 years ago as well. Why are they making the shot-for-shot remake?
There was a tweet someone posted, and I'm paraphrasing, where they expressed the opinion that in this era of like, and I know that everyone thinks like the generations that come after you, that they don't know what's going on. It's slop now and
Yeah.
But like they said, like the Disney live action remakes might be the most artless crap things ever in terms of like it's excellent in terms of the purpose,
With his big belly.
the sheer, apart from like the budget, the ease with which they are made.
Mm.
Just like pretty much the same script and get actors on it and whatnot. And they're never as good, completely charmless, just a total shameless money grab that might be the worst big budget movies like just of all time, like almost definitionally, before they might get a little bit all right on the screen.
Yeah.
Like, what was The Lion King about?
I never saw the live action one. I didn't really like the original, so I don't know. But I know, like,
Yeah, it's just like, even if, you're 40, you don't give that much of a toss about the original Lion King. And my childhood grew up. It's still like, it's just garbage content. That's what it is.
But back to good stuff and NXT, where backstage, I'm going to be really sad when these two aren't pairing together. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are gloating about attacking Joe Hendry last week. And there's another very subtle hint from Ethan Page that he wants to go after the world title, to which Ricky finally puts it all together. You know that scene in Usual Suspects where he drops the coffee mug?
Yeah.
He's put it all together. Wait a second. What are you saying? Speak from the heart. Let me know. Ethan Page reveals he wants to be NXT champion. And they argue because Ricky obviously wants the same thing. Josh Briggs is sat there. Like, I don't know if in my head it panned out, but I don't know if he was there, sat there the entire time. Can't
No,
believe
it did reveal him, I think.
I can't believe you're moaning about oh, Josh didn't know you there, mate. Can't believe you're moaning about title opportunities when I can't even get 5 minutes with the NXT GM. Can't remember what his name is.
Is that Robert Stone, the SmackDown one while we are at it is Nick Aldis.
Ricky can keep banging on about how much he wants to face Joe Hendry, but at the end of the day, Ethan Page is the one who pinned him. Joe Hendry walks up and says, I don't care which one of you wants the title shot. I'm going to deal with Tony Well, if you don't deal with Tony D'Angelo tonight, I will at Stand and Deliver. Ricky effectively goes, I've got him right where I want him. What?
Yeah. Invisible camera heels revealing their scheme / what they've been thinking all along stuff. It's all a bit Route One. This title picture, again,
Magic.
The biggest caveat, can I enjoy an otherwise pretty bland title scene because I'm extremely happy for my friend? The answer, it turns out, is yes. Because that's what this is. Week on week on week on week. This predictable, almost annoyingly so. And then we get there. But I picture that face as I'm watching it. When any of them come on screen, here we go, is Wilbourn's bit. 1 week closer to what he wants. And it's the soft parent inside of me where it's just like...
Yeah, maybe I agree. I always look out for Chesterfield's results.
Yeah. Same sort of thing. Same sort of thing. It's just...
Same sort of shot of being at the tippy top as well originally. Damn, sure.
I will say, I think Ethan Page, I'm not sure on Ricky Saints anymore, I think Ethan Page would have no problem managing better material than this. But it feels like they kind of can't be asked to give them better material.
Yeah. See him with Danhausen on the photo shoot.
Yes, I did.
Egon. That's what he gets called.
Fantastic.
Seen that? I don't know if it's AI, but I saw a picture of Danhausen being listed as 6'7". His roster page on 6'7".
It's brilliant. The YouTube shorts now, like I loaded up this morning, WhatCulture Wrestling podcast, 5 YouTube shorts. Sabrina Carpenter eating a Greg's. There was an old, like I wasn't sure what it was, but it was a grainy 97 Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm. Of course it was.
3 Danhausens. 2 of them I'd already seen. One was the Ethan Page one. The other one was like the whole thing with the Miz where he's like, I've been here 20 years. I can't get any merch. And like Danhausen's got 5 shirts on shop. And the other one was, it's called Stephen because it knows I might want one more hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
My Instagram search page is something like that. It's all I've been watching. Just regurgitate it back to me. It's not Danhausen. It's different stuff. I don't want to talk about it.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Kalani Jordan versus Thea Hale. A bit of a squash, this, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good for Kalani Jordan, obviously. Thea Hale's got new hair. She keeps going for the...
Don't debut new hair when he ain't going to get no push.
The gear as well, is it like... It's heel turn, finally, isn't it? She sucks and everybody says she sucks. And
Might be time to go back to school. And back to Chase U.
She was in red and black.
Chase U colours, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this a tease? Oh, fair play. That's actually good stuff.
It's actually nothing to do with anything, I don't think.
Well, wait and see.
Imagine the third Chase U.
Oh, God, and even Saved by the Bell didn't get a new class.
I think you'll find there's butterflies on a kick guard, so that actually suggests evolution, guys.
It does.
So not a caterpillar anymore.
There was the college years.
Standing at the edge of tomorrow.
You watched The Wedding. I was nuts about Saved by the Bell. Evidently.
They get married in Vegas?
Married in Vegas.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, they got lost on the way or something. Cars broke down in the desert.
I couldn't watch a single second of it now. It's, Saved by the Bell and I'm 40.
Yeah.
But at the time,
it was just
loved it.
Was it impressive to you? Because it was to me that they'd like carried that story on. It had like escaped Bayside. It had gone to Quallage, and then they were making their own film about it. It's like, whoa, them kids, kind of real. Like the other TV shows didn't leave the Engleverse.
Yeah,
did they? But he widened the universe for those guys.
I mean, why did they end up at the same college?
Reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone from this school has gone to the same college.
Yeah.
Thea Hale goes for the Kimura lock regularly, of course, but Kalani Jordan dumps her onto the canvas, goes for a somersault leg drop early, but Hale ducks out of the way. back to the Kimura lock, but Jordan sends her face first into the turnbuckle. Yo-Yo dealing with the X Factor, and then split-legged moonsault. Gets the 1-2-3. Post-match, Kalani Jordan beats her down until Jaida Parker makes the save and hits Jordan with a big boot and a straight right. Gourdbuster wants the hypnotique, but Jordan escapes, and later on it was confirmed that these two will face off in the garden.
Yeah, fine. That match has been brewing a little while, and I think this was a sort of squash where Thea Hill's got some direction coming off the back of this. I don't know what, but whether it's a heel turn or what, but I think this was the kind of like the lowest ebb for the character, and there's something, for Hale fans, gang, like there'll be something around the corner. Yeah, it's Thea Hale, isn't it? Like they've tried a lot with her, and I think she keeps trying to find what fits as well. Because they came
UCC?
Maybe, I don't know, but something's going to happen with her, I think.
I don't know. They don't give a toss about her.
Right.
She only won that title by accident. Got off her quite quick. She turns up every now and then to do a job. She's Anna J. Basically, she's NXT's Anna J.
And that could be
just because
that's
Anna
J
soon,
couldn't it? Yeah.
And she's not going back to school.
We'll see.
Anna J's going to get lapped if she goes to NXT.
Mm.
Look at like Kendall Gray compared to Anna J.
Trying to think of a name for doesn't matter. We'll come back to it.
Anna J versus AJ Lee would be pretty funny, though, wouldn't it?
What?
Anna J versus AJ Lee. That's something to look at.
Oh, yeah,
Right there.
if you like.
You know? We should get our fellas together.
Yes, okay. Okay. I thought you were going to... Doesn't matter or anything.
Oh.
A little vignette on Jasper Troy. Next week he's facing that bad boy.
Because he's become that good boy. I just love this business and my family and my pots and pans. It's all I would know.
Booker T's a father figure to me, and he gave me these chains. He's going to get revenge for that bad boy ruining Booker T's appreciation night the other week.
This is what we're doing then with Jasper Troy. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yep. Fair dues, actually, because he was a crap speed champion and heel. So you might as well abandon it and try something else.
Yeah, he's hopeless, Jasper Troy.
Two big lads going at it. I mean, understandable that they've put this here rather than over WrestleMania weekend, because that's really unfair.
Yeah.
Just see Obafemi and Brock. Just do that.
The little big boys.
We'll hear more from that bad boy a little bit later.
He's changed the enunciation of that.
It goes through me when I do it. I love it. I love going to that place.
Go to the place again?
That bad boy. Andy did it the other day, and he kind of got into it as well. It's infectious.
That bad boy.
Bad boy. Yeah, it's nice. It feels nice when you push the letters out.
Isn't there a word for that when it like feels nice over your lips or something? Don't. This is also the bit where
Phono aesthetic? I don't know.
Let's go for that. This was the
Celador from Donnie Darko.
This is also the bit where Shiloh has tracked down Blake Monroe for Tatum Paxley, and then he heads out for the Gauntlet. Jackson Drake of the Vanity Project was his opponent initially.
What a waste of time this was. I mean, it was.
Yeah. I thought Shiloh had quite a good night.
Drake does well early on, but gets caught with consecutive tilt-a-whirl slams from Shiloh Hill. And then we get entrant number 3, Dion Lennox of Dark State, who marches down and nails them both with spine busters to take us into a break. When we come back from the break, the 4th entrant's also in there. It's Charlie Dempsey. And he's in control as we come back. He's got Hill in a modified STF. That gets broken up by Jackson Drake. Dempsey and Drake brawl out in the ring. Hill, in the meantime, gets hoyed into it, breaks the barricade. What Dion Lennox does here. And they have to put it was like security tape, wasn't it, over it all the rest of the show. Lennox comes in, starts running wild, double German suplex on Dempsey and Drake. And as this is going on, the countdown for the final entrant comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we hear the voice of one Candice LeRae. She has tried everything to snap and I'm like, who's this going to be? She's tried everything to snap a certain someone out of a funk. Maybe he'll take a place that they called home And we find out that the final entrant is Johnny Gargano, of course. He comes out. He's a bit unsure of himself, I'll be perfectly honest. But the crowd, he's like, let's go, guys. Gets up on the apron, immediately gets kicked, falls down, and assumes the same position he has been for about 6 weeks on SmackDown. Excellent. Drake kicks.
Excellent.
Yeah. Drake kicks Lennox out of the ring. And there's OTM. They just wreck him. Curb stomp into the broken barricade. He gets chucked into the ring. And Hill hits that back suplex into a neck breaker. I'm not sure if that's got a name to get him eliminated. Drake jumps over the top rope to take out Hill on the outside. He connects with a 450 splash, but he can't get the elimination. Dempsey comes in and wants a German suplex, but Drake lands on his feet, clotheslines Dempsey out of the ring, and then hit a suicide dive. Tried to jump onto Shiloh Hill, but got caught with another belly-to-back neck breaker from Shiloh. For another elimination for him, Jackson Drake has been eliminated. Dempsey gets back in there to mix it up with him, starts suplexing Northern Lights, double underhook, but Hill pulls out a belly-to-back neck breaker again, another elimination. But then our good boy Stacks and Uriah Connors jump Shiloh Hill, chuck him into the steps. Dempsey hit a German suplex on him, and he gets chucked back in the ring. And in amongst all this, Gargano has risen again to be pushed over by Candice LeRae, falls on top of Shiloh Hill. 1, 2, 3. He advances to Stand and Deliver to face Miles Bourne for the North American title. And as he stood there, suddenly, maybe he's found something again.
Well, at least you can't accuse NXT of, like, doing some main roster stunt casting to try and flog some tickets. Because it's only Gargs.
Yeah,
you know?
Gargs, no one cares about
It's
Gargs.
not like, you know, Orton couldn't draw there, so it's not like Gargs will. I thought this was relatively harmless. Fairly effective in getting Shiloh Hill over, who I think, like, might he just a little bit tease the possibility of being able to GU Shiloh Hill. From what we've seen thus far, I think he wrestles to the character, but he's got something there. And I still
dynamic.
I still like the character a lot, so I'm glad he's been featured in this way. So you got this, and then you do the bollocks with Gargs as well. I ain't got too much to complain about here, really. And Gargano and Miles Bourne, like, have they finally realised that dickheads like us take the piss out of people going back to NXT and being like, oh God, this place. That now they themselves are mocking it because depressed Johnny, even he couldn't.
You know what I love about this place? It's a passion.
Even he couldn't get fired up by it, really. He just woke up that he'd been dragged there by Candice LeRae and then went back to lying down. Like, you know, it doesn't motivate old Johnny wrestling, no matter what t-shirt you put on him. Like, I don't know. Have they realised that it's kind of a piss take to do that at this point?
I hope so. I sure do hope so. Look, just waste of time for me.
I was very happy. And this is where we get to my fantasy booking that I alluded to earlier, which I think is going to happen. So, Birthright, although their numbers are thinning, unfortunately, get well soon to Lexis King. I think what happens, because obviously next week, spoiler alert for what's about to come, you've got the Birthright versus Los Americanos to face the Vanity Project at Stand and Deliver. You're correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what I think is going to happen, because obviously Los Americanos are going to face the Vanity Project. They've already beaten them, correct, in the trios match last week or whatever it was. And the babyfaces here to take on the biggest arseholes in wrestling, the Vanity Project, obviously for the tag titles. I think the Birthright are going to try and cheat. I think Shiloh Hill, after this, is going to come down and say, not on my watch, and cost them. And then I think they're going to round on him, right? So you've got, who we got? You've got Charlie Dempsey, Uriah Connors, Stacks, Ariana Grace, and Lexis King. Is that everybody in the Birthright right now? I think they're going to surround him in either at Stand and Deliver or more likely than not in MSG. And I think we're going to get the Undertaker's dong. Just putting it out there.
You've done it now.
You've done it now.
He does have to walk to the ring because Shiloh Hill took the wheels off his motorbike, which is a bit of a pain. But otherwise,
can you imagine?
You're going and my back up, and I can't allow.
I'll be completely honest. I've completely drifted off. Why do you think Taker's coming back, and in what scenario?
Because he's Taker's boy, isn't he?
Yeah, Shiloh Hill was his LFG.
So like, but,
Guy.
yeah, I know that, but like, I drifted off, mate.
Don't do that in the garden. You do not.
In the theatre at the Garden.
Yeah, that's what they always refer to. The theatre of the garden will always be the theatre of the garden. That's what people say.
Undertaker was there anyway.
Yeah.
He was just taking the tour or
No,
something.
I've just missed it. Those like,
He'll be there to watch.
oh, that's it.
What do you mean that's it?
Wilbourn is just fantasy booked a scenario in which the Undertaker comes to NXT for no reason. If you can't understand that, then I can't.
He's done it before. He's hung about backstage at the LFG,
And
lad.
then you book the match for Stand and Deliver. Shiloh and the Dead Man versus the Birthright.
The Undertaker's first match in however many years. It's for Stand and Deliver that isn't even in Vegas. You've done it now.
Really are struggling to sell some tickets. Dead Man, any chance?
Well, why not? I mean, it's weird, this version of the Undertaker. Like, just hanging around backstage NXT segments, booking.
Yeah.
He's more of a legend in my eyes now than he ever has
Yeah,
been.
same.
Mine too. Yeah. Big fan.
Right, backstage, NXT GM, whose name escapes me actually right now. He's a very busy man.
Robert Stone.
The Vanity Project want to know who's replacing Eli Knight
Yes.
and Elio Lafleur in the tag tournament. Josh Briggs comes in. Boss, any chance I can? And another referee runs in to reveal that nobody wants to referee the match between Mr. Potts and Pans and that bad boy on a Carver next week. I'll think of something. Jaida Parker, this is where she got a match with Kalani Jordan for the Garden.
We're getting the old big lads triple threat, aren't we? Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Josh
and Carver and Troy. Run that back.
Yes, I'll mention this here. That bad boy is in the NXT GM's office, whose name actually escapes me right now.
Lock the door, it keeps escaping.
Carver! Close the doors, the draft coming in, is there? Finally.
That's very good. A bit of Wilbourn law there. Of course, we're there with April's draft, not discounting Gene's draft, of course, guys, because after SummerSlam, we've got the draft to consider. What with the post-Survivor Series draft coming up, guys?
Where's the draft?
Read a report in January, so sorry if you haven't been keeping up on the news.
Carver obviously doesn't care if there's no referees. I did like the fact that the GM was like, we can't have a match then, dickhead. He's like, I don't care. I'll have a... no. Because he's going to smash Jasper Troy's face in. And Josh Briggs comes in and says, look, if he gets me on the show in MSG, I'll be the bloody referee. I'm not scared of either of them. See you in New York. Good for you, Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that as well. I'm glad we wouldn't have got the match otherwise.
And now you get your Stand and Deliver traditional big lads triple threat match, of which Josh Briggs has been in one
Briggs got
before.
some law in there.
Yeah, it's got law.
So, aye. And when he doesn't win, he goes looking for a friendly face.
Andy Sarah's in the bar. What's the chance of you seeing it?
I don't know, some guy from England's been trying to get us in this bar for about 5 years.
And the barmaid turns around, bloody hell. Well, all they got Fatal Limbs has gone our separate ways after JC Jane lost the title. What are you doing for WrestleMania weekend? Do you want to go? I've got a spare ticket, actually. Do you want to? Any chance?
Jesus Christ, mate.
Tell him who's saying you. Here's something nice for you, too. Psycho Sid's going in the Hall of Fame.
Not before time.
Well, that's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
annoyed, if anything.
There's like something about the Hall of Fame. I don't have a boring debate about the Hall of Fame. It is what is nice for his family to have a nice night ultimately around some peers and see his name celebrated as if they can't just go and do that anytime they want the internet. Well, they'll find everybody talking about how great he was. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like I watched the induction video package and I love that we're at the point where I think like a guy like Sid through this lens now just simply gets universal acclaim. Like time passes and a lot of these wrestlers that might have once been like mocked for their failings, like Sid couldn't throw a punch to save his life.
No.
That is now irrelevant because look at the guy. And the thing that they were the best at, which in Sid's case was, then now forever, look at the guy. I'd have put every belt on him that was given to him. Is the thing that gets to be celebrated and lifted up. It's awesome. And still
I
some
never
of the best
watched
pyro
Sid
in
was
wrestling
before my
ever.
time.
Oh, God.
And I saw like people showing off the
my
back of
God.
the clip of him walking into, is it the Garden?
Yeah, if this when he wins the belt off Shawn.
Yeah.
Who's the man? Who's the man? Like, I was punching the telly. Like, I was like, Sean who? Yeah. So it was just like, the garden agreed.
Yeah.
Sid ruled. I wish I'd appreciated him a bit more in my time, really.
Saw Sid work the Derb Man, first live show I ever went to. Sid and the Undertaker at Sheffield Arena.
Within 5 minutes, probably a little bit bored.
Well, how old were you?
I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, yeah.
The match probably only went 4 or 5.
Yeah,
and Sid was gone because the feds were closing in.
Just, I know you can't really like sort of legislate for this, but like show some appreciation for the dude while he's alive.
Yeah. No, I agree. Anyway, in the back, following this, there's Sarah Schreiber and OTM talking about what they did earlier to Telenex, saying they haven't forgotten what Dark State did to them. They're getting their revenge, and they aren't done yet.
Sorry, just thought as well. It's nice that got announced on Sean's show. Like that's I've only just thought about that now. That's a nice little connection between those two.
Yeah. Next week in New York, they're going to face Dark State in a 6-man, and Sarah's like, "Wait a second, 1, 2, it's not enough." But they reveal, we haven't got any mates in NXT. But we do know someone from New York, and it's revealed on the screen to be TNA champion Mike Santana. They put in the call. He answered. They felt these hands before of Dark State, and they will again next week. Before you step into the garden, when you get off your plane, before you even walk into the airport, wipe your feet on the mat, and then you'll get rolled up, basically.
It's been a while since they've done anything with TNA, isn't it?
Yeah.
They got the telly deal, and then it was like, right, get away. I suppose at least it's Mike Santana, and he's the world champion. And
Just an odd deal all round.
Yeah. Is it nice for him? Do you think he's asked about this one? It's only the theater. It's not garden, is it?
It's probably any Fed exposure that keeps me in the loop of like maybe getting there permanently in a couple of years or whatever. This NXT thing's weird. It's like, oh Christ, can't polish this turd. So let's just keep our distance. I'm surprised they're doing anything with them.
Which one? Which way around? Which one's the turd?
They're both turds, mate. That's what I said at the time. It was like watching when
turd echoes turd.
Yeah, exactly. Like the idea was when they were like doing that invasion thing, the showdown. The whole point of interpromotional conflict, like Ring of Honor Combat Zone, it's like the best one. I'm sure you agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two completely different companies with rabidly opposed fans, and you get to see them coming together. And like TNA and NXT were just like two crap shows sellotaped to each other. Two pretty identical sellotape shows. No way. Both wacky, heightened crap.
Yeah, it's Springfield and Shelbyville, but they both got lemons now.
There's no analogy to make.
There's no prune juice. It's just like
just NXT and TNA are just really similar philosophically and in tone.
Different shows, identical needs.
Then we got the tag tournament. It was Spearsy and the wild card Nico Vance.
Spearsy.
Boring.
Nico's looking pretty jacked lately, which is
he is.
Yeah.
He's like, I think he's trimmed down more than got bigger almost.
The only thing I can remember from this is he did the plant the foot in the ground. No, you're going into the rope spot, and quite the thud.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Quite the thud.
He was. They were taking on Rayo and Bravo. Los Americanos, of course. They are the replacements for Elio and Eli. And did you also see Spears?
Sean Spears, yeah.
Spearsy hit an arm drag, then wiggle his arse. That was good stuff, wasn't it?
Has he remembered what it is that he's the best
He's
at?
going to have to. He's going to have to, because my God, what on earth was this in the context of this act? We're a sinister cult-like group.
Yeah.
Look at my ass. You got to show your ass. You got to show your ass.
Regal's been back in NXT 1 week. Why is nobody wiggling their ass anymore? What's happened to this business?
I know.
Spearsy's like trying to make a point to the younger wrestlers.
Enjoy that.
Sinister group. Wiggle your ass.
Wiggle your ass. Who are you talking like this in this voice?
He was talking like that.
I'm a dink or whatever it was. And he said crunch instead of crunch.
Crunch, yeah.
Who was saying, who's this? Who am I?
It was, because all I can think about is like when he's saying crunch and he's saying Ludwig Burgers. Like, but it was Yorkshire Doink. Why do we have a Yorkshire Doink?
I can't remember how the Yorkshire Dunk. But,
Donk. I'm Donk Clown.
I'm Donk Clown. Put a donk on it.
Put a banging dunk on it.
Put a banging donk on it with crunch. Me, crunch. Ludwig Burgers. Bam Bam Bungalow. All the boys.
In one show, with the bloody 10 of us. Me, Wink, Stink, Pink, Stonk, Bonk. Run around bloody everywhere.
All the boys.
Really, really good. I'm bungalow.
He calls him that because he only got one story. That's the problem.
Deceptively low ceiling.
He did. He did.
Oh.
So, yeah. He wiggles the arse then. I think he got hit by a drop kick after
Actually,
that.
though, what happened with Kendall Gray eating that cake?
What do you mean?
Remember that?
Yeah.
What?
Just wanted a bit of cake. What been there?
Crunch. I'm sorry. One of the best things we've ever said, I think.
It's like,
Crunch.
they allowed like one-off banter weeks, maybe, where the characters don't build on it. She's not developed. Oh, food's gone. Oh, that'd be Kendall. They've just dropped it, haven't they? She ate a cake. Face full in the cake. This is Sean Spears wiggling his ass.
When she sees an opportunity, she goes for it. That's the part of the story of her going for the title.
One, got you.
Whether you're a cake or a championship, she's coming for you.
Kendall's mint, cake.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. What do you mean? What
figured-
the do you mean exactly?
We just figured it out. That's
literally two dumb bitches saying exactly.
I think this is the bit. They try double team and Vance just goes, nope.
Don't forget the 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Baby.
It's excellent.
They finally do succeed with a double team against Nico, though. Bravo
I big
takes...
up Shawn Michael and Martin Jannetty. Taking both.
Oh, God, that's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Bravo hits Spears with a dive. Ryo tries one of his own. Nico Vance just catches him, but Bravo follows that up and they manage to knock him over. That takes us to a break. When we come back, Ryo's just rolling. Moonsault from the top against Vance. They try a double team move again against Nico, but he catches them and choke slams Bravo onto Ryo. Booker T loses his mind at this.
Adam Blast.
He's like a monster. Like, he's saying that. Like, calm down, Book.
DTA Vic.
Yeah, no, he was loving that at one point.
I invented it. Feuded with Steve Austin. Come up with this thing.
Every now and then that clip where he's on the other end of the phone with Vince comes up. Bingo. It's tremendous.
It's an awful feed, that as well, isn't it?
Awful,
People
but
like
that
that supermarket thing, and I do not.
You
I
hate
don't like
it.
it. Yeah, I don't like Austin and Sue. I don't like Austin, full stop by then. Magic, that's Death of a Dream. Steve Austin, that, isn't it? That whole thing. Yeah. Well, like the last 8 months. It was really funny, but it killed the business. What never happened. No. Oh, God. Why does nobody want to talk about wrestling anymore?
Anyway, Nico heads up to the top, but as he comes off,
Let that f***ing clown threw water on Bruce. Said it was going to be confetti. You only took one pair of pants, Brett.
Ryo saves Bravo from Nico jumping off the top, though. Spears super kicks Ryo on the apron, hits a slam on Bravo. But on the outside, we see Ryo loading his mask, and as Spears is kicked off from a pin, he gets headbutted, turns round. Vance gets hit with a loaded headbutt by Bravo, who hits another one on Spearsy, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. Post match, we see the Birthright signalling to Los Americanos as they are going to face each other next week in the Garden.
2016, you would have had Ty Dillinger on the ascendancy in NXT, the emergence of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
10 years after his OVW.
Yeah. And you would have had the emergence of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And then...
But what is this?
There's 3 of them out there, all trying to get one guy over? Don't think so. Yeah. They're all trying to figure it out for themselves, if anything. That's sort of unprecedented, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah, like, it's real sad, all of this going on.
Happy for whoever Los Americanos are. They're doing really, really good stuff.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about there. I just need to go and actually double check. You know, they're taking the old work laptops.
It took you yesterday.
I know, but I just need to double check.
I personally saw to it At the DPS, is it? What is DP?
DTA, I think. I'll be back in a second.
That's good. He did all right there.
He did all right there.
Yeah.
Did all right. It's already sorted, though, Adam. It's already sorted. Yeah, if he's doing that, I felt a vibration in my pocket, so I'm just going to see if I've got anything important to attend to. If he's just going to bail on the podcast, I will just do it.
Well, for all that, I'm going to go to the toilet.
In my eye line, there is Adam Wilbourn's physical comedy hour, as if he's trying to impress William Regal or something. I've got more than just my moves, boss. Can it do? Watch that one. Do that one again, clown.
God. Great audio and video.
I liked it.
Absolutely great audio and video. Is there anything else you want to talk about, like in a tangent?
Not really.
Sort of way.
We probably ran very long on this one as well, haven't we? I would imagine.
Yeah, the hour 10 mark.
Oh, God.
How long's left?
Probably fair bit.
Probably too long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look. There's 30 images left in the WWE gallery. Oh.
Hey, sexy! Hey,
how's it going?
You bumping a Wilbourn out there?
I put a little prank on him, pretending to be some guy from DPD. I ain't never seen that one coming.
That's interesting, law between two, yeah.
And he's downstairs in the lift, so he's probably going to be about, I don't know, 5 minutes, something like that.
Right, yeah.
Anyway,
That long it takes
Well,
him.
he's on hiding for nothing, though, because I already did it.
No, so that's why I got him with the prank. I pretended to be a laptop.
All right, okay.
What have you guys just been talking about anyway? What match, what team?
We literally have just reached a point where we couldn't really think of anything to say to each other anymore. Maybe it's like we've been married too long.
Love you.
I love him. He's Harry.
I'll talk to Adele down the lens. She watches this bit.
Nah, you weren't, though.
What match were you just talking about? What team?
We're talking about the Culling and
Los Americanos.
Los
Don't
Americanos.
talk to me about them. You know, we got to face them next week in the Garden.
Yeah. The big one.
I think we got that one wrapped up, though. Obviously, people don't like us, but we're a heel team. Vantage Project, heel team. Makes sense for standing and deliver, right?
You might be in. Yeah.
We'd hear a wrestler talking about being a heel team, actually.
Yeah, it's just like to pull the curtain back somewhat. What with the old Emmy nominations we got going on in WWE now.
Yeah.
But Sid, what's the deal with gardens and gardening?
Oh, it's a pain in the arse, I'll tell you that much. Basically, you live in a house, do you?
I think so.
How do you not know where you live?
He's not asked you what the deal is with his house yet. When that week comes, he'll know all about it.
Okay. Well, depending on where you live, where in the world, or like what kind of domicile it is, you might have some grass on your land, and on that grass, you can either make the correct decision and get fake turf, and just never bother, or you can add yet more money to your budget and get people to come around and cut your grass for you, or you can do it yourself, pain in the arse. You can either have it as like sort of just a nice blank space. For my 40th, I got a goal, football goal, and me and James play with that. Or you can do like lots of flowers and plants and have a nice like an actual garden and like grow your own veg and herbs and stuff like that. God damn it. If it doesn't look good, it's like if one bit's knackered, the whole thing just gets ruined. And James has been, trying and failing to save my shots. So he's been just jumping ribs first onto the same patch for about a good 8 months now. Good 6 months now. And yeah, part of the garden's ruined. Great. And Francis is not happy with it. I was like, well, we should have just got turf. We bit the bullet in the old house, the old gaff, and just turfed it.
One of the best purchases we've ever made.
Yeah.
The fake turf in the garden. It's not even a big garden, but just to not have to keep that is amazing.
Willie must. Oh, Nicholas is back. Well, you know, I was doing some gardening actually recently. Now you've explained what it is. I realized what I was up to, and I told my missus what she was wearing was not appropriate for gardening. But there she was, digging in her heels. 3 questions, 3 jokes for you.
Not bad. A bit sexist, but it's part of the course now.
Yeah,
Around
that's
question joke
Sexist.
number 1. Why do gardeners plant bulbs? Why do gardeners plant bulbs?
Something to do with like
Light.
Light and bright.
Yeah.
In the light garden.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, I think
Sax might not know what that is.
Yeah, he probably doesn't, so he's probably not telling the joke. Set up again, please.
Why do gardeners plant bulbs? Huh?
I can't imagine he's watched much Sea Boobies.
No.
Sea Boobies?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Do you like Sea Boobies?
Yeah, it's a goddamn loot.
I don't know, Stax. It's about lights, isn't it?
Pretty goddamn close. Why do gardeners plant bulbs? So the worms can see where they're going. Question joke number 2.
I like that. I can tell James that one.
Tell him this one. What is the biggest problem with growing cucumbers as dildos in your garden?
As dildos.
What a setup. Oh God.
Right. That's
What is the biggest problem with growing cucumbers as dildos in your garden?
Is it something to do with like one of the fox comes in and itself or something?
Good night, right? What is the biggest problem with growing cucumbers as dildos in your garden? Oh, the squatters.
Excellent.
Final question for you. What is the difference between a gardener and me?
What, a wrestler or an Italian American or
everything you see right here? What is the difference between a gardener and myself?
Okay, it's obviously the punchline is something to do with sex. So what do gardeners do?
A list of 3 punchlines.
Potentially, but like let's just focus first on what a gardener does. They
dig.
They dig.
Plant the seed.
A gardener will plant their seed. Me, I'll spray it in their face.
That is very Stacks.
Very Stacks.
Actually, better than the goddamn punchline.
Yeah.
Good night, right? What is the difference between a gardener and me? A gardener doesn't want his hose to have kinks. See you later, guys.
That's excellent. Excellent.
That's good from Stacks.
That is absolutely great stuff. While Wilbourn's skiving, I'm sorry, I'm going to put people on mute.
What, the listeners?
Just wait there.
A few, man.
Wait there, audience. I'll do all that later. Just
yeah.
If I could, yeah.
Probably can.
Bye, Stacks.
Bye, Stacks, mate.
What's going on there? Went all the way downstairs.
I already told you what happened, mate.
They were like, no, I took it yesterday.
Yeah, we told you that as you were leaving the
I
door.
know, but I was convinced.
Your hair's gone funny
I
again.
went outside. Yeah, it's all bloody windy.
It's hailstoning still.
No, it's calmed down now. I said, is it Thea hailing outside? And they just looked at me on the desk. Like, you know, watch NXT this week? Or
And they say they're waiting for to watch it tonight and then listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
I imagine there's little screens down there. There's not security cameras, is it?
See, I have no idea what's going on with my laptop there. I thought
I told you exactly what happened yesterday.
No, but I
already sorted it out and I told you
think I
this.
got punked, maybe, or something.
Jesus.
Seriously, finish the podcast now.
We're nearly there.
That's
I need it.
Punked. How does he do it? How does he keep getting away with this?
Must have been that same person who got my head earlier. You know, I was
You've been punked.
What was next on the show?
I was good stuff, actually. Butter my ass, darling. I'm in the jacuzzi. Blake's in her hotel room. She's talking to the North American title.
I love that it turns out she didn't need Tatum Paxton didn't need Charlotte Hill to dox her. She could have just followed wherever the 4-camera shoot was set up for. Like they'd done a butt of my arse, corridor walk. They've given Tatum Paxley for this mystery discovery. While she's at the hotel. Like, the camera crew have filmed that, so like one of them should give old Blake Monroe the heads up.
Yeah. It was so lonely bathing without you. It feels correct to be reunited with
There's a bath under the ramp. Is that what we're led to believe? Her hell bath is under the ramp. This character is dumb.
As opposed to all of the other ones on NXT.
Yeah, fair.
And then, she's in the bath having a lovely time. Too many bubbles for my liking, but she says, my room's...
Is it pathetic? Why were there too many bubbles, Adam?
You know. My room service is here.
Multiple times per podcast now, isn't it?
You just...
Well, you broke that seal.
It's all right. Tell people that you look at loads of porn on these podcasts. Just keep looking at that, isn't it? No. You want someone here as well.
Well, my notes open on here. Joking, aren't you? She goes to open the door. It's not. Do you know what it is? It's not bloody room service. She's got punked, if anything. Tatum Paxley grabs her.
You've been paxed.
And she says, you got something that belongs to me. Next week, face to face. I'm going to kick your ass and basically, take my own title back.
She just went all that way and made poor Shiloh Hill go to all those lengths just so she could just say to her that, and then just went away.
It was really
absolutely. It just shows absolutely crap.
Could at least beat her ass, couldn't you? Or something.
Yeah.
Got a big return coming though. Sexy fucking red. That
was good.
I have no idea what she said, but she was effing and jeffing all over the place, and she's going to be and deliver a yo-yo.
Sexy Red is more so than Triple H, more so than Chris Jericho in 2008, more so than Bret Hart, surprisingly out of nowhere, returning to WWE in 2010. Sexy fucking Red is the only person that has been able to, just tease out my Sean, you know? Like, whenever you see him with Sexy Red, right? Is the old one still in there?
Still in there somewhere.
Something about, just her sense of danger just appeals to, God, take me back to a different time, Sexy Red. I love it.
I like it's just clearly a video. She's, shot in a kitchen or whatever.
It's like...
And they've gone, well, you swore there. You said the second word out of your mouth was a swear. I'm keep it in.
But,
he's a rebel.
We know the life he leads now. He's been very public about it, and more power to him as well. But Sexy Red rocks up, and straight away they're on Twitter. We're going out, me and Sean. All right, film that. Yeah, I'll have a 2-hour broadcast. I'll see where this goes.
2 hours
instead of NXT.
All right, yeah. I mean,
Sexy Red and Sean got out.
There's a long list of things I'd rather be doing for 2 hours and watch NXT. I'd rather stare at a wall.
Stare at the wall.
I think I just got my thoughts. I like my thoughts, mate.
It's my wall, brother.
Do I like my thoughts half the time? Yes. Better than this.
No. Half the time. So for an hour, you'd want your thoughts. Then you think, actually, I'll have an hour of NXT.
I know, sometimes just... So if I stare at a wall, I could I've got my novel idea. I would like at one point to write my novel. I could just...
Different challenges, different needs, right? I ate nuggets while you covered SmackDown. What about 1 week, instead of you reviewing NXT, you legitimately stare at a wall, and then you take a few notes on your thoughts while you're staring at the wall, and then when we get to a match where there's a bit of a trigger in memory, you tell us what your wall thought was. Just 1 week.
Maybe.
Do that, and we can get Sidgwick's wall thoughts.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than this.
This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then I think there'll be people that are interested in that.
This is my happy place right here, especially when we get to the main event. Tony D'Angelo versus Ricky Saints. Ethan Page at ringside.
Backslop.
Tony absolutely dominating early on. Looked fantastic in there.
His cane hair's got a hell of an upside.
They knew what they were doing, didn't they? They were like, stick around after the break. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some hair's going to come out. Who knows?
Pop that bobble off.
Yeah. There's also, I will say, Ricky Saints, he's found his groove now. There was a bit in this.
I popped it, Ricky Saints, but is it the same bit?
There was 2 bits, actually. There was one where he's on the outside. This is the bit when they go to a break where, Tony's dominated. Saints sort of blocks him on the outside, but in the end, Tony catches him and just drops him, chucks him all over the place. And I think this is a bit where Tony lifted him. Ethan's there, and he just screams down the camera lens.
He's like, oh!
Yeah.
So I'm in trouble here.
And
so when he gets caught, he just
notices
then
that
later on,
camera.
later on, there's a bit with Ethan. I think he's either jumped on the apron and he's just watching what's going on, and he gets caught. And he literally goes, "Help me!" like that. Good stuff.
Is it
from Saints?
We have to remember sometimes that wrestling's a workplace, like any other workplace. And Wilbourn, I remember your first week here, or like your trial week, or whatever it was, because I remember being
It's anniversary recently, wasn't it? It was like 9 years ago.
But I remember
It's my
being
10th
like
anniversary.
Quietly impressed that like your affable nature was enough that like people like me and Sidge would speak to each other and play pool and that, but otherwise it takes me like a long time to like be myself, and you were obviously really good at that really quickly. I was like, what a nice fella. Like Ricky Saints just like has to be at work for a while before he can truly feel confident, and then like he lets that one popper out on a night out once and people go, and that's happened with Ethan Page, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ethan Page is like, remember how we used to dick about in AEW? I think that might go down quite well, mate.
Yeah.
Like, and you've been here long enough now. You can get comfortable. And we're seeing it a bit more.
He even got it as part of his entrance. He's doing his bam, bam, bam. Ethan Page's like, yeah.
Bruising
They're
out
both
with
bruising out. And he like, Ricky at one point turned
Bruising
around.
out?
Because it's like Bruce Forsyth. Nice to see you.
But there was a bit where Ricky like turned around. And I can't remember if this was in a break or whatever. And Ethan's like, and like, Ricky's a bit like, taking the piss. And he's like,
It's brilliant.
Or something like that.
With face fellas.
That was it, yeah. Saints, after a Page attraction, I found it here. He goes to that Revolution DDT and Tony just stops him midway through it and suplexes him. But Saints comes back with some drop kicks, wants a Rochambeau, gets a sort of spear, crossbody thing. I don't know if it was quite the spear that the commentary called it to be. He's chucking him back and forth.
Shades of Jey Uso.
Yeah, because he did it. And
Teachable moment! Teachable moment!
Get out of my bath, Vic.
he sort of was like, spear. And I was like, I think it was a crossbody, but still, there was something in between that. Anyway, yeah, he chucks Tony back and forth into the corners, basically, and then chops at his chest, kicks him, and suddenly the hair's down. He fires up. He's got a great fire up, hasn't he, Tony D? And the crowd are with him.
Tony D'Angelo's really putting it together.
He's like doing that thing where he takes those big muscles and he bounces off them. That's money in Fedville, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
There was a bit. I'm watching
Tremendous upside.
I'm watching this on the bus, by the way, on the way in today. There's a bit, I think, here where like Ricky slaps him or punches him or kicks him, whatever. And Tony just nails him in the face. Where I like went, ooh, like that on the bus. This poor woman sat next to me. You're going on there. I was like, it's NXT. Do you want to? I'll get a second headphone for you. Clothesline by Tony D. Belly to belly suplexes.
if you're like me and you have to use the commute every now and then, get used to hiding some of these segments on public transport, NXT in particular.
Blake Monroe on the bath.
There's a lot.
I mean,
I got my projector out at that point.
I mean, that's not even good.
Make it as big as possible so I can see as much of a naked body. So there.
Bubbles was still obscuring everything.
Got it the first time.
An open letter to Shawn Michaels, Esquire. There were too many bubbles.
Bubble my arse, dear.
That was a problem. There's too many bubbles.
No, that's what she said. Anyway, spear by Tony D. Picks him up with a big choke slam, and Ethan Page slides in. Chop block, DQ. God damn it. They're going to beat the crap. They beat down Tony D. Joe Hendry runs in to make the save, sort of. Beats both of them off.
It's like a 2-hour podcast, pretty much, at this point. It shouldn't be.
Been trending that way for years.
Hendry turns around to Tony D and hits him with a standing ovation. He's not forgotten what's happened. And then the closing of the show, you see Ethan and Ricky. For once, I'm like, it kind of works for you two, both going, I'll grab the championship before I leave. And they look at each other, and there's that wonderful shot of the four of them. And then we go backstage to Sarah Schreiber and the NXT general manager, whose name actually escapes me.
Stone.
And he confirms fatal four-way for the NXT title at Stand and Delivery next week, contract signing.
First of all, I like that Ricky Saints was involved in a belt tug of war in the same week as Cope, because it just made me think of that segment again, and I thought it was fun to think about. Shut up, kid. Brilliant, man. Brian in the ring just sort of giggling at it. Come on, you're both equally awful.
Yeah.
Both of you required me to kind of save the day.
Yes.
Can we agree on that, you two? No, I don't want to make it seem like I'm making this seem like a bigger deal than it is when I say this about Tony D'Angelo, because the stakes are not really that high. But are they? And is it in fact kind of now or never?
Yes.
With him, like they have got something here. They really
have to belt up Kendall Gray and Tony D. As
I think so too. It's what's making Stan the Liver Oi Oi, in the absence of the Vegas stuff, to take us right back to the start of the podcast, feel significant in that they definitely have something. You never know if that sort of momentum's going to last forever. The look, the character was really daft when it came back, but they've already made some very quick tweaks to it to just make him feel credible. Mm-hmm. He's really over, but the part of that is that NXT, they've known him for all these years, so they kind of want it for him as well. It's only Joe Hendry in terms of a world champion who seems destined for the main roster anyway. You can pin Ethan Page or Ricky Saints as a result of Ricky Saints or Ethan Page, so you're not even pinning the champion, protection, all that kind of thing. They've got to do it, haven't they? They've got to do it. Like that, even the little thing like the hair, wrestling's weird. Sometimes that stuff really matters, and it does, and he looks different, and the good kind of different. The body has improved at the right rate at the right time.
It's explosive.
Got to do it. You've got to belt him up right now.
You don't have to do anything.
No, you don't, and that's the thing. I don't want to make it seem like I'm making it seem more important, but if you care and give a toss, and I sense you do.
Just a bit.
No, they probably should, but you can do anything you want. The action was quite nice. Thought it was entertaining. Tony looked like an explosive badass. I was saying explosive asshole. Explosive badass. And then, just the way they tell the stories is mind-numbing slop to me. I was like, oh, crap, we get DQ. I'm an idiot for paying attention. I am an idiot for paying attention. Wasting my life on this. I could be writing my novel.
Could be looking at that wall.
I had a great time.
I've got the title. I've got the plot. My God, I've got it all. And I'm doing this.
I like the one Billy gun.
I've got the title.
Well, let us know your thoughts.
Unbelievable sax solo in that theme.
Oh, God, I know.
Unbelievable.
Let us know your thoughts on NXT in the comment section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all four of us, sort of. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
HamflettX@gmail.com. I'm also on Cameo.
Follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
You can follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. The AW Dynamite preview is available right now, but for now, this has been the NXT review. My thanks to Hamflett, to Sidgwick, to Nicholas, to Stacks. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.